Every night, before your head hits the pillow, the world offers you a secret so powerful that it can alter the course of your finances, your destiny, and your life. Money is not a thing you chase. It's not a reward given only to the elite, the lucky, or the powerful. Money is a frequency, a mirror, a silent servant waiting to obey the commands of your consciousness. And the truth is this: money comes to you when you command it in the silence of the night. Each night the world turns off its noise. The opinions fade. The doubts settle. The fears take a back seat. And in that stillness lies your greatest weapon, your imagination. You were not meant to be broke. You were not meant to live paycheck to paycheck, worried about bills, fearful of debt. That is not your destiny. Your destiny is abundance. But here's the key: you must feel rich before you see the wealth. You must live in the end before it appears in the beginning. So every night as you lay in bed, step into your future self. Close your eyes and ask yourself, if I already had all the money I ever desired, how would I feel? How would I breathe? How would I sleep? And then feel it. Let that feeling rise in you like a tide. Let it flood every cell of your cell of I. Smile like you've already received the bank deposit. Sleep like a billionaire with no worries in the world. Walk in your mind through a life where lack is a myth and wealth is your truth. The subconscious mind is most open when you drift off to sleep. This is the golden moment. Not when you hustle harder, not when you obsess over what you don't have, but in that quiet, surrendered state where belief becomes reality. Here's the ritual. Every night before you sleep, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Not one day, not maybe, but now, tonight. Visualize checking your phone and seeing your bank account overflowing. Visualize handing your parents a gift that money once made impossible. Visualize giving generously, living boldly, thriving freely. And then let sleep take you not in worry, but in faith. Because when you sleep in the state of wealth, money is summoned to your world like a magnet. Opportunities arise. Ideas surface. People cross your path. And life rearranges itself to match your inner conviction. Most people beg for money with fear in their eyes. But you are different. You command money with certainty. You understand that wealth is not out there, it is first within. When you do this every night, the universe doesn't have a choice. It must bring to you what you consistently assume to be true. You don't need to know how. That's not your job. Your job is to believe, to see the unseen, to live in the invisible until it becomes visible. Say this to yourself before you sleep. I am wealthy now. Money flows to me easily, abundantly, and from every direction. I am aligned with riches. I sleep in the feeling of fortune. And then sleep. Do this every night, and you won't have to chase money. Money will chase you. Because when you change your inner world, the outer world has no choice but to follow. Remember, money comes to you when you do this every night. Feel rich. Believe it. Sleep in it. And watch the miracle unfold. Every night, the moment you stop chasing and start aligning, the energy of money begins to shift toward you. Money is not a wild animal to be hunted. It is a response, a reflection, an echo of your own state of being. The more desperately you run after it, the more it slips through your fingers. But when you become still, focused, and confident in your wealth within, it gravitates to you. The magnetic field of your mind sends out the signal, I already have. And in this energy of already having, the world rearranges itself in your favor. You don't chase what you believe belongs to you. You attract it naturally by embodying the frequency of wealth. This is not about arrogance, but certainty. Not about greed, but alignment. Stop looking for money outside. Start activating the wealth within. Let your aura speak abundance louder than your words ever could. When your inner world matches wealth, money must obey. It has no power over you unless you give it. Instead, remember, you are the source, and money is the shadow. In the theater of your mind, there is a stage where anything is possible. Imagination is not pretend, it is the blueprint of the real. When you close your eyes and see yourself wealthy, you are not playing games, you are planting seeds. These seeds, nurtured with belief and emotion, begin to grow quietly in the dark. You must see your future self vividly smiling, relaxed, and overflowing with financial ease. Walk through your dream home. Drive the car. Give without hesitation. This is the true work. Reality begins in the invisible. The world cannot resist the image you hold with faith. Picture money coming in from expected and unexpected places. Let imagination be a ritual, not your escape. Use it as a tool, not a toy. Build your future like an architect builds a mansion, detail by detail, feeling by feeling. Trust what you see internally more than what you currently see externally. Imagination is not fantasy, it is instruction. And when it's repeated nightly, it becomes destiny. Wealth is not something you stumble upon. It is something you become. You cannot simply wait for money to appear before feeling abundant. That's like waiting for warmth before lighting the fire. You must feel rich before riches arrive. Begin tonight, breathe like you've made it. Smile like your needs are already met. Walk with the ease of someone who is provided for. Don't fake it, feel it. You're not pretending, you're rehearsing your truth. Emotion is the language of manifestation. And when you feel prosperous before you are, you activate a law deeper than logic. The outer world listens to your inner signal. Shift your identity first, and your bank account will follow. Begin with your breath, your thoughts, your posture. Think rich, speak rich, live rich, even if no one else sees it yet. The world is only catching up to the vibration you carry. When you make wealth a state of being, money becomes the result, not the goal. There is a sacred window of time every night, just before sleep, where your mind is open like a fertile field. This is not the time to relive your worries or replay your failures. This is the time to plant the vision of your wealth. In this soft, quiet space between wakefulness and sleep, your subconscious listens without resistance. What you feel in this moment, it accepts as truth. So tell it a better story. See yourself receiving money. Imagine a life of financial ease. Drift into sleep with gratitude for things not yet seen but already claimed. This is not about blind hope, it is about intentional belief. You don't need to force results. You need to feel the results as if they've already arrived. Use your last thoughts as instruments of creation. The world of form bends to the world of feeling. Night after night, your dreams shape your destiny. The key is consistency, and the reward is transformation. The secret is to not focus on what's missing. Focus on where you're going. Most people obsess over lack. They talk about not having enough, not making enough, always needing more. But this keeps the cycle of scarcity alive. Instead, live in the end. Picture your financial goals already reached. See the deal signed, the loan approved, the account balance elevated. Feel the outcome now, not later. When you do this, you are living beyond the five senses. You're moving in faith, not fact. And faith is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. Don't wait for the evidence, be the evidence. Your reality will follow your assumption. When you live in the end, every action becomes inspired. Every step is fueled with power. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You just need to know it within. When your internal movie is set, light becomes the screen that plays it. You don't get what you want, you get what you believe. If you secretly think money is hard to get, unfairly distributed, or only for others, then your life will reflect that story. The universe doesn't respond to your wishes. It responds to your identity. If you see yourself as poor, struggling, or undeserving, no efforting will override that. But if you rewrite the story, if you say, I am worthy of wealth, and I expect it, everything begins to shift. Your beliefs are the software behind the screen of your life. Update the code, and the program changes. Begin declaring to yourself daily, I am a magnet for abundance. Say it with conviction, not doubt. Your belief system is the thermostat of your life. Set it higher, and your circumstances will rise to meet it. Money is not withholding itself. It's waiting for your permission to arrive. As your body prepares for rest, let your spirit rise into fulfillment. Let go of the stress. Release the doubts. This is the moment where you take full control, not of the world, but of your imagination. Go to sleep feeling wealthy. Not hoping, not wishing, but knowing. This state of sleep, when charged with belief and emotion, becomes the bridge to manifestation. Your subconscious doesn't judge, it only receives, so give it something powerful to work with. Visualize waking up tomorrow with good news. Imagine seeing money enter your account. Drift into that feeling like a wave. When you sleep with the emotion of success, you rise into the experience of it. This is not magic, it's law. Your inner assumption becomes your outer condition. Let your bed be your altar, your imagination the prayer, and your feeling the offering. In this sacred ritual, miracles begin. Let go of the how, release the need to figure it all out. That's the trap of overthinking. You are not responsible for the mechanics of the universe. You are responsible for your assumption, your emotion, your focus. Once that is set, the universe takes over. Don't block the flow with doubt. Trust the unseen. Money can come in ways you've never imagined. Through people you haven't met. Through ideas you haven't thought yet. Your job is the vision. The how is none of your business. Faith is not hoping something will happen. Faith is knowing it already has somewhere, somehow, and it's on its way. When you obsess over how, you create resistance. When you relax into belief, you open the gates. Your inner state writes the instructions. Life obeys them. Believe boldly. Trust completely. Let go and let it flow to you. Emotion is the engine. Logic is the vehicle. And when it comes to creating money, the engine matters most. Your subconscious doesn't care how smart you are. It doesn't care about your degrees or qualifications. It listens to your emotional state. If you feel broke, it creates more lack. If you feel prosperous, it multiplies wealth. So get emotional about your success. Celebrate it in advance. Feel the joy, the relief, the confidence. Let your body register the truth before your eyes see it. This is the secret to rapid change. Not logic feeling. You can't fake emotion, but you can generate it with focus. Put yourself in the state of already having it. Smile with your whole being. Laugh with faith. Move like someone who's already won. Let your emotions become the magnet that pulls results into your life. Everything you see is a mirror, a reflection, an echo of your internal world. The numbers in your bank account are just data from old beliefs. But when you change what's inside, the mirror changes too. Stop fighting with the reflection. Transform the source. Your thoughts, your feelings, your self-image, this is the real economy. When you start to feel different about money, money starts to behave differently in your life. It's not about working harder. It's about aligning deeper. Do the inner work every night, and soon the outer world will rise to match it. Think of your mind as the control center. Adjust the dial to abundance. Stay there and everything else tunes in. Your reality is always catching up to your vibration. Upgrade your inner world and wealth will follow naturally. Words are spells. The things you say to yourself become the code your mind runs on. So every night, speak life into your finances. Declare that you are abundant, that wealth is attracted to you, that money loves you. Repeat it until your mind believes it, not with empty words, but with conviction. Affirmations are not wishful thinking, they are the chisels that carve new beliefs into your subconscious. Speak as if it's already true. Declare your financial freedom out loud. Feel the power in your voice. Say, I am financially free, and watch how your actions begin to match it. Let these affirmations become your nightly song. Fall asleep with them echoing in your mind. What you consistently say, you eventually become. And what you become, you naturally attract. Repetition is the secret code. Not once, not twice, but every night. This is not a one-time trick, it's a lifestyle. You're training your mind like a muscle. You're building a new identity layer by layer. Night after night you affirm, you visualize, you feel, and slowly your subconscious accepts the new truth. Wealth becomes your default setting. Prosperity becomes your new normal. The results may start small, but stay faithful. Seeds don't bloom overnight, but they always bloom. Keep planting, keep nurturing, keep believing. Make this your ritual, and you will start to see money flow in effortlessly, not by chance, but by law. You become what you repeatedly assume. And when you do this every night, wealth no longer feels far. It feels like home.